We have a subscriber request for TARS, AITAI. Now, you may have seen some of your favorite influencers getting paid to talk about it. This is a completely unpaid, unbiased opinion of TARS AI. What do I think is going to happen? Well, of course, right here you can see, the influencers hyping it up. Get a nice little spike in the chart. This is after a complete disaster downtrend. You lost all support, but they must have had like a meeting or something and be like, hey, we got to do something, let's market this thing again, or, and you kind of see it right here. They really started hyping it up. So what happens next? Well, it may be a little bit overextended now. You can see the daily stochastic's getting a little tired. They might want to take a little break, maybe a little consolidation. Maybe, you can see the 20-day EMAs creeping up right about where this area of support is. So I'll be looking for this area right about, we'll call it 6.5 cents to hold that support. We can see if we can find a nice floor there and see if we can get a nice potential dip and rip. And you can see, we know if we can get that dip and rip, we do have some profit targets up above, as you can see. So we'll see how this works out. In Mar Lives, we've been talking about this one, and I've pointed out that we have a nice area of resistance here. I actually flipped this to a profit zone, because if you bought way the hell down here at 2 cents, you should probably be taking some profits up here at about 15 cents. That's a nice, how many X is 7X or more. So, hopefully you took profit by now, especially if you bought down here. If you didn't take profit yet, what the hell's wrong with you? Didn't you learn your lesson from last year, 2024? So I do kind of anticipate, as the marketing kind of wears off, you're probably going to get this at a much cheaper price. So we'll see how this plays out for TARS AI. And by the way, they have about 58% circulation, not the greatest circulation, so there could be some dilution on the chart. They don't have their vesting schedule listed on dropstab.com, which would help me kind of get a better read of what their dilution schedule is, but we don't have that, so you just kind of have to wing it, I guess. We'll see what happens. Personally, if I was getting into this one, I would prefer to get into it when the influencers are not talking about it. Down here, it's a disaster. Everybody pretty much gave up on it. Nobody's talking about it. And then down here, they start hyping it up. So yeah, I would suggest getting into this one, and then it seems forgotten and they stop talking about it. And maybe when the daily stochastics kind of more bottomed out.